everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have all been doing good.
Yeah.
So today we're back with another video that is going to be very interesting.
It's going to be pretty good. I like this one today, to be honest.
Yeah. So what we're going to be talking about today basically is things you wish your guy just knew and things that you wish your girl just knew. Like without you having to tell them all the time or remind them, it would just be nice, you know, if these things were just done. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it should be a ladies thing. Ladies first. I'm a gentleman, as always.
I'll go and then he'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this will be helpful for someone out there. So I feel like when you're dating, you want to please your person. So like usually like your guy will go all out for you. You know, they'll do what they need to do to make you happy, right? But then once you're married, it's like a different story. They like to start to act slack.
Not slacking off that much, guys. You have to try your best, gentlemen. But the thing is,
can I finish my?
When you're going fishing, you use the best bait, okay? But when you already caught the fish, it was.
Anyway, so this one is where they say, "I will do it later." So you ask them to do something, right?
Yeah.
You be like, "Can you please take out the trash for me?" Or "Can you please go and change the nappy?" Not joking. Not that one.
Okay, yeah.
It's not that deep, that one. But like, no, other things like simple as can you like do the vacuuming or something that they are more than capable to do. Or even, can you know, like go do the gardening? You know? Simple stuff. Simple stuff that is their job.
Yeah.
That is really their job.
Yeah.
And I'll do it later. So I'm like, okay, bet you do it later? Okay, great, I'll take your word for it. And then tell me why when we come back later in the afternoon, the job is not done. Why is the job not done? That's what I want to know. Why is the job not done?
Can I answer? Ladies, when we say later, do we say 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? No, we say later. Later can be tomorrow. Nah, I'm just playing. But later, just let us chill. And then you can remind us again, oh, baby, you said later. You know, and then we'll go do it.
No,
but if you start nagging us, oh, you said later, go do it, then it's a bit, you know. But, yeah, gentlemen, we kind of have to get out of that free box.
Okay, guys, so there's a verse in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than a house shared with a nagging wife or a wife that likes to quarrel.
That likes to argue, that likes to push you, that likes to nag.
Okay.
But my baby doesn't do that, but they like to push you over the edge, you know. I'd rather be pushed over the edge of a building than be living in the house.
It's not you better live in the corner of the roof.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, like this is my issue.
Yeah.
When we ask you to do things and you guys don't do it, that's why we nag you.
But the Bible says don't.
No, that's why we're literally like, can you do it? Can you do it? If you did it in the first place, we wouldn't be nagging you.
But we're not in the mental state to do it at that moment. So let us do it.
Sometimes you're just sitting there doing nothing. You're sitting there on your phone. But when we ask you to do it, all of a sudden, I'll do it. As if you can't just get up and just do it.
Have you heard of the empty box for men?
Yeah, no, I know that.
How long does it take to get out of that?
If that's the case, if you don't want us to be a nagging wife, then do what you're asked to do.
We will.
Or even maybe do it without us asking. Very simple. If you just did it, we will not even ask you.
That's where it comes down to, gentlemen. Please try to do it without them asking. If it's the bin, if it's the garden, if not the nappy one, because she was joking.
I wasn't joking.
I don't like the nappy. But if it's a pee nappy, do it without them asking, alright? And then that will take care of everything. For my first one, this will go to a lot of men out there. It goes back to marriage as well. If you're in a relationship as well and you live together, this will also come there as well. You know, when brothers go to work and they work very hard, very, very hard, tired, crawling, coming home. When you do get home, you expect to smell some aromas coming from the kitchen. You know, something very nice ready. Your lady be like, oh, babe, food is ready, you know. You would love to see that. But then sometimes you come home, the kitchen is dry. There's not even boiling water in the pot, nothing. No, what's wrong with that? Why do you guys do that so much?
Because
that would be nice to see that, wouldn't it?
okay, let me tell you why.
Wait, let me. But also,
You just
guys,
asked me why.
yeah, wait, sorry. Also, I'm talking about if the lady is at home, not actually working, no work for her that day, she's just at home.
Yeah.
And, yeah, go on.
So when I start cooking, right? I start cooking around 5. Okay.
Yes.
So that you can have dinner around 6 or 7. How are you expecting me to have a full-blown meal ready to go as if it's going to be dinner time soon?
This goes for, maybe it goes for a lot of African men.
Yes.
See, we don't have dinner time, breakfast time, lunch time, okay? When we're hungry, we want to eat, okay? Doesn't matter what the food is. We can eat cereal at 9 o'clock at night. Doesn't matter, all right? So when we talk about food, get it ready. And then it doesn't matter. You don't have to cook later. We can eat it whenever we want. There's not a specific time.
Anyway, so I don't know if every guy will relate to this.
Every guy. Brothers, if you feel like this, like it at this moment. Okay? Like it this moment right now.
I'm not serious.
Go on. Your turn.
Anyways, alright, next one. So when I get home from work, I don't want dishes in the sink. From you and your boys chilling, enjoying yourself, leaving it there for me to come and clean up. You guys need to learn to clean up after yourself. Men or boys in general, guys that don't know how to clean up after themselves. Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, look, maybe you grew up with your mom doing everything for you, or you grew up, I don't know how you grew up, I don't know however way you grew up, but once you move in with a partner, a wife, or even when you're living with someone just in general, this is just basic skills. Okay, guys? Basic skills that will allow you to live peacefully with your woman. Because, to be honest, unless the woman is messy too, then I don't know how to. I don't know about that one. But the point is just general dirt, dishes in the sink, mess. If you create the mess, clean it up. Clean it up. And I know I'm speaking to a lot of guys right now.
You are.
I'm not gonna lie.
Can I talk? This is not common in our household, alright guys? But in saying that, my wife is a clean freak. Okay? If you leave one fork in the sink and she comes from work,
don't exaggerate.
that's a fight.
We're gonna be in a bad mood. So
that's it.
You're bringing bad back. You're just trying to create drama for yourself.
Just run, brother.
You're trying to start something with us, okay? So just don't do it.
It's coming back right now. She's having that thought, but it's okay. Just try to do it that way. Try to, even if it's 5 minutes, you know she's coming, set your alarm clock. As soon as they're ready, run there, clean that place quick, come sit there and chill. But if you don't, well, yeah. All right. All right, this one, guys, it can go both ways. No, basically set boundaries in your relationship. And when I say that, it comes to, you know, sometimes some people understand it a bit different. For me, the way that I'll say it the way that other people understand it. You know, if you're in a relationship and someone texts your girl on Facebook or someone texts your guy on Facebook, they will respond with a response, oh, my partner won't like this. The first step is saying that your partner won't like it and stuff like that. Don't talk to me like this. I have a boundary in my relationship like this and my partner won't like it. But the way that I respond is in a way of, you know, I don't like this because I'm in a relationship. It's a boundary for me. You know, it's a status that I've set for myself. If I'm in a relationship, I don't want people talking to me like this. Don't do that. I don't like that. You know, if you set that, it makes it better. No one can basically mess around with you. Not because you're in a relationship, but if I was single and you talk to me, you call me this and that, I'll be like, okay, we'll chat up. But if I'm in a relationship, I have boundaries that other girls cannot cross. And you know, I would expect the same from my partner as well. Something that you'll be like, oh, I don't have to worry about my girl. If someone messages her, she's a person that will set them straight away. You know, with no hesitation. Well, you know, it's something that we've heard a lot. Set that boundary from the beginning to the end.
Are such a big thing, and that's one of mine as well. Even like boundaries with like exes. It's like, stop mentioning your ex all the time. It's not every day. Like, do I want to hear about your ex?
I don't talk about my ex.
I'm not talking about you, Ben. I'm just saying like things.
Just making sure they know.
Something I've heard of and seen. It's like, I don't want to hear about your ex. Like one time we came home from somewhere and I was telling Ben, I was like, that person was really talking about the ex a lot, and it's like, I wouldn't like that if you did that. So it would have been good if they just stopped, to be honest. But like literally, like what he's saying, and obviously vice versa. So it's the same, exact same. Like with me, I would expect him to set those boundaries whenever he's talking to any other female. There's just a line that you just don't cross. You know.
There's a lot of fish in the sea.
Literally, it's not that deep. There's no point of people just hurting each other just for no. Like I don't understand that. And so that actually comes to my next one, like straight away. So. My one, just be real and be honest with me. Like things that even though I don't tell you to be real and honest with me, but I actually expect that from you, because that way I know that the relationship is genuine and the relationship is real. Because it's like if you keep hiding, like you don't want to tell the person because you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you don't want to tell the person because you think like they might like start getting mad at me, or they might just like go off at me, or like leave me, or whatever reasons you think that might happen if you tell the person a specific thing. Like that's not really being real, and is your relationship really being genuine? Are you really, and this is what you want to carry into your relationship as you go forward? You know what I mean? Like, so it's something that we don't always say to you guys, but actually you being real and genuine with me, it's actually you showing me that you love me and that you actually care about me.
You know, for guys, to be honest, I'm gonna say a positive and negative side of it. For the positive side, obviously, it will be so much easier if we just say the truth all the time. But for me, I feel like ladies can't handle the truth sometimes. They're very emotional, so sometimes we beat around the bush, or sometimes we feel like the lies will help in a way.
But the lies always end up catching up with you.
Let me give you. Now, obviously, I'm talking about little lies.
It doesn't matter how little the lie is.
Let me give you an example though. See, but I'm not approving it, guys. If you can work on it, and you can tell your lady the truth all the time, and she can handle it, do that. It definitely
You're making it look like they still have to lie.
No, I'm saying like if you build it up and you get to a level that you don't have to. You don't have to lie. It's really good. You know that. But then, for example, some girls will come to you. Oh, babe, do I look fat in this? As a man, you 100% know that they look fat.
To be honest, look, guys.
You know, they look fat, but because it's your girl, you're not trying to hurt their feeling. Or babe, does this makeup look good? Or does this...
No, but if my makeup looks bad, the thing is you guys have to learn how to say things in like a gentle way.
See, but
you don't have to be rude and be like, no, that's so ugly.
This is what I mean. Even if you were to get your makeup done, obviously it looks beautiful every time. But if you were to do it in a way that I didn't like it, and you can't, I will not say it looks bad. That's not because
that's a lie. Because you're like you look weird. You would actually say.
No, I'll say your clothes look weird, but I won't say your.
No, but if I make it look weird, like it's a bit too much of this or something like that.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying that because we've built it to that level. The reason I'm saying that is because some girls, they're so built with makeup or their weight and stuff. So even for you to say, oh no, but it doesn't look that good, they're destroyed. Or if you're like, oh, do I look fat?
But
and
the thing is, you guys need to learn how.
And you're like, even if you say it now, it's just a little bit. Some people, they can't handle that. And I'll give you.
So you'd rather lie?
No, just saying yes for men. Saying yes, it takes care of her, and it helps us. We don't have to go through anything. If we say something else, it's going to affect us later. I'll give you a good example. Like there's this little video I was watching. This girl was trying to test her husband of why men lie. So she cooked, and then she got a bunch of salt in the thing, and then she got a bit of the soup, and she's like, babe, try this. It's a new recipe. And put it in his mouth. And then she's like, how does it taste? He could have said it's so salty, but it's very nice. And then she did the same to the son. And then she's like, oh, try this with the same amount of salt. The son was about to scream and be like, oh, mom is salty. The dad slapped him because he knows how she's going to feel if the thing is salty.
Okay, I understand, but sometimes we do feel bad. Like, for example, if we make something and maybe we might not notice how much salt we're putting, or like you told me before.
Yeah, I've told you.
But the point is that like when she was doing it as a test as well, like
He didn't know it's a test.
But if it's too much, it's too much salt. Like this thing of like now, when I think it's fact, it's fact. Like, even if I tasted it's too much salt, I'm gonna be like that's too salty.
But my point in it is the fact that some people can handle some things good and some can't, and you can't measure it. You don't know.
Because you gotta know the person.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by when you build it.
Yeah, obviously in your relationship, you have to be able to be genuine and real with each other. Like you can't just be always lying to each other, because then that's where the lies lead to other things. And then
it goes
when the secretiveness ends up branching up to other things, then that's where there's issues now.
See, for example, like if when I say build it up, it comes to the area where you can sit down with your partner and be like, oh babe, how do you feel about me telling you this? If for example, if you're gaining some weight, would you like me to tell you, or if you ask me, would you like me to say this and that? Because I don't want to hurt your feelings. And the more you do that, you kind of get to know your person, and you know what they can take and what they can't take. And then slowly, and sometimes you don't have to say anything. As men, that we're to a level that we can communicate. If we know something looks bad and we don't want to hurt their feelings, we just pretend we can't hear them.
You just be like,
and we just
facial expression, anything, just to show that okay, it's a bit weird, but the thing is, it's all about your words and how you say it, how you use them.
Yeah.
Like you can use your words correctly so that you don't have to hurt their feelings.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
my next one. So basically, buying your partner what they keep asking you for. This it's for men and women as well, but it gets to a level that your partner will keep telling you, oh babe, I love flowers. Oh babe, I love this game. Oh babe, I love this.
Yeah.
But then you keep hearing it, and you don't do anything. You're like, oh, they like it. You don't do anything, and then it gets to a level. Some girls, they will go ahead and be like, oh, he doesn't want to buy for me, or it goes to a level that sometimes another guy will hear it and start buying it for them, and be like, oh, doing exactly what you as the man is meant to be doing. You don't do it, but then you get angry. But if you would have been doing it in the first place, or you expect your partner, the more that you tell them, you expect them to already know now, or maybe they'll buy for me, or I've told them so many times they should be able to know.
Because I think sometimes as females we forget that. I think you're gonna mention it, but we forget that guys also like the little bit show love. Like we get too comfortable getting the gifts. The guy always doing everything for us that you forget that actually you also need to show love to your partner. Your partner needs to feel loved as well. So that's definitely vice versa.
I'll just say the next one since we're on to that.
Yeah.
The next one, you both are the price.
Yeah.
There's no I'm higher or the lady's higher. And once you understand that, the fact that this generation these days, I understand, but if you get to a level that you become mature, you understand that your man is the price as well. Yeah. If your man leave you, you'll be crushed. The same way if your woman leave you, you'll be crushed. All right. 100%. So when we understand that, if like my wife was saying earlier, if I can buy you flowers, you can buy me something else that I like.
Yeah. We honestly forget. I think when you're dating, you're so used to the man always getting you things. Like you there's never a time where he doesn't get you something. And then obviously, like I got Ben things as well, but it's only mainly on special events like his birthday or anything important. But when it came to just general, like getting him a gift, like I never thought about let me get him because anyways that's not really my love language. But doesn't mean that just because it's not my love language doesn't mean I can't show him love based on his love language as well. So like actually one of my other ones as well is showing affection to your partner based on their love language, because sometimes we expect certain things from our partner, but we're not ready to also show them that. I guess it's all a bit like it's all combined in one. Talking about the fact that treating each other both in the care and the love that you both deserve, because at the end of the day, even though one person is pouring out their love so much, it doesn't mean that they don't want to be shown love as well. They don't, and a lot of the time we found out that actually people usually show their love language based on what they actually like, what they want. So it's like he might love gifts, so he might buy me heaps of gifts. Me not knowing that he's actually just trying to show that, okay, I want you to love me like this. This is how I want you to love me. But then I'm just there like, yeah, just receiving my gifts, being naive, not knowing that actually I need to also start buying him gifts too because he likes it. Like I might shower him with words because that's how I show love to him. And then he's just there roasting me all the time, not showing me any love. Okay. How am I supposed to feel about that?
See, I'll just touch on that a little bit. I learned that a while ago. Yeah. My wife's number one is act of service, and then words of affirmation. And then my one is quality time, and then is it touch or gifts? And always meeting up, I'm always buying her stuff. But then the more that I learned, I started understanding it's not about what you really do, it's about doing it in their love language. I love quality time, and I feel love if you spend time with me, if you buy me gift, if you we just spend that time together. I love that. But she loves these other things. So I have to do that to show her love, and she has to do my one to show me love. So understanding that, learning that, and also doing it without your person actually expecting it. For example, if she goes to work and come back, I've mopped the house for her. She feels so happy when she sees that. So just learning that and doing it without them even asking you is so much better.
That's the one. Do it, guys. Do it.
She loves it. The last one for me is knowing men don't read minds. Understanding that we don't read minds. I don't know what you're thinking in there right now.
Sometimes you just need to know. You just need to know. It's so hard. That one is a really hard one.
How is it hard? How do you expect me to know something that I don't know? Or
it's like things have
you haven't told me. How can I
spelled out for you guys?
Like it's not spelled out. You can say it.
That's the same thing, Ben. If I don't say it to you, that means that you haven't thought about it?
I don't know what's going on in your brain. Like, for example, right now, I'm sitting here. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. That's what I'm talking
about. Exactly. I can be like, oh, why don't you know?
No.
I assume you should know. Why?
Let's give an example, though, Ben. So an example could be, for example...
Ben, what do you want to eat? You should know.
No.
You should know what I want to eat. And then it turns out to be an argument because you don't know what they want to eat.
No,
okay?
You need to give a good example.
But
that's not a good example.
Who can say that's not a good example right now?
No, okay. So let's say that you've done something before, right? Mm-hmm. For example, you know that if you do this specific thing, it's going to piss me off, right? And then, let's use an example, like when we were dating, for example. You're being too friendly. Yeah. I know that you're a nice guy, you like talking to everyone, blah, 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 right? Yeah. But you're being a bit too friendly, or some girls, they don't understand what boundaries are, and then they're doing the most, and you're just there, you're not doing anything about it. As women, we expect that things we've discussed before, you should just remember them. Remember them? Exact same with you. If we kept doing things that upset you, right?
We'll say it right away.
Over and over and over.
Yes. Guys are good at that.
It's annoying for us to have to say it over and over. Like, how many to tell you?
For example, whenever you do something and I tell you, you're like, I already know that. You've already told me that all the time. Why do you keep repeating yourself? Why do you think that is?
So if we do that,
we don't care. Just tell us so we can fix it. If we're doing it and showing you, isn't it the same as the love language?
It's just annoying when it's like multiple times. It's like,
but we don't mind. Tell us and we'll fix it.
Keep it in your brain to remember, okay,
take it this way.
My person doesn't like it.
Take it this way. It's more easier. It's more easier if you tell us than you saying we should think about it. It's more easier to get it fixed.
Okay, fine. It is what it is, I guess. And like obviously, at the end of the day, males and females are two different species.
Definitely.
That's one thing I just came to accept, that we can't keep expecting you guys to think like us, and we can't expect us to think like you guys, because we're not, and we have our own strengths and our own weaknesses, so we just have to accept it, and it is what it is. Anyway, so basically that's the end of the video, unless you have anything else you want to add.
Nah, that's it. Once again, guys, don't forget, go and check out my missus Instagram, Heart to Heart with Harriet. It's really awesome. Subscribe to this channel, and also the comment bar now is open. We didn't know that it wasn't open before. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
now it's open. Just go ahead and comment whatever you want us to talk about as well, whatever you're going through or whatever. We won't name anyone. We'll keep it private.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.